Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Gold. I'm sorry for the delay of this episode. I've been caught up with so many shows in the last several days, such as One Ring Circus, OCCW, which is Orange County Championship Wrestling, and watching TNA Rebellion. TNA Rebellion was a awesome event. There were a lot of local independent wrestlers in the house. There was a legendary wrestler from the TV show Glow. Royal Hawaiian was in the house. And many more independent local wrestlers. But if you missed TNA Rebellion, tickets are still available for TNA when they have not one but two nights at UC Irvine in California. This Thursday and this Friday. So get your tickets now. I already got my ticket, but have you gotten your ticket? And now let's talk about WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. We saw on Monday Night Raw the return of Rusev Day. Rusev, after his AEW contract expired, he decided to make his return back to WWE and show up on Monday Night Raw, which was a shocking to everybody. Now let's move forward to the betrayal on Monday Night Raw. We saw what happened with Becky Lynch. She was injured. She was out on the shelf. She made a return at WrestleMania to team up with Bakara to win the Women's Tag Team Champion. Then the following night on Monday Night Raw, the team that they did beat, Raquel and Liv Morgan, re-invoked their rematch clause. Unfortunately, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan became the new tag team champion. So now let's go back to the situation with Bakara and Becky Lynch. Since they lost that championship, Becky Lynch said, I did not just come back to lose a championship. So she decided she's going to take out her new formerly partner out of frustration. Then now, later in the show, we saw what happened with Pat McAfee and Michael Cole. With Gunter. Gunter had been heated and furious for the last 24 hours, we can say. And Michael Cole decided to rub some salt in the wound while making a comment and speaking the truth that Gunther did tap out at WrestleMania against the Uso. And that did fury and anger Gunther, where Gunther started attacking Michael Cole on Raw, and Pat McAfee said, "I'm not going to let Gunther bully my broadcast partner," where Pat McAfee is not a trained wrestler, but he has a little bit of experience, decided it'd be a good idea to throw a cheap shot at Gunther just to get him off of Michael Cole. Then he decided to do the number one do not do when you know your opponent's heated. Turn your back to them. And then you end up getting yourself choked out. That you are barely breathing, turning blue, and the security, Adam Pearce, had to come out just to get Gunther off of you. And they still were struggling to get Gunther off of you. And you had the NFL draft coming up in just a few days. Who knows if you were even going to make it to the draft? So right after the show happened, Adam Pearce went on social media to address the Gunther and Pat McAfee and Michael Cole incident, where I quote from Adam Pearce, what he quoted, that Gunther will not ever be allowed to touch my commentary. Who do you think you are? You are being fined a undisclosed amount and suspended indefinitely. So now, with the suspension, who knows how long that's gonna last? Or is he gonna do what Kevin Owens did? And you know he was suspended, show up uninvited. Who knows? And if you guys missed that Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, you guys can go on Netflix and rewatch it. Now let's fast forward it to Friday Night SmackDown. We saw the heated rivalry with Cody Rhodes and John Cena at WrestleMania, where John Cena ended up becoming the world champion, breaking Ric Flair's record. Which I didn't want to see John Cena become the champion again. in my personal opinion, because I believe Cena wasn't deserving. It was just all like hype. Then you saw on SmackDown, Randy Orton came out to the ring, got his little pose, talk a little bit of smack, and who comes down walking down the ramp? You can't see me. I'm John Cena. Decided to rub the Randy Orton the wrong way, saying he didn't sell out, he didn't turn his back on a fan. Then tried to get the upper hand on Randy Orton. But Randy Orton is too smart, knows John Cena so well, that John Cena ended up eating an RKO. And Randy Orton announcing he had John Cena's next opponent at the next pay-per-view that is coming up. Then later in the show, we saw the return of Aleister Black, aka Malachi. Malachi left AEW after the expansion of the House of Black. Now, with that being said, what is going to happen between The Miz and Malachi Black? Did we just see a new opening for a rivalry between The Miz and Malachi Black? Who knows? We might see something down the line. Because WrestleMania season's already passed. SummerSlam is coming up real soon. Money in the Bank coming up. And what is up with Tiffany Stratton? She's like digging herself deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. Saying, oh, I'm the best, because I'm the champion of her brand. Now you got people like Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair still want some bad blood with you. We have other female wrestlers. But the one that he pissed off the most was Nia Jax. When you turned on her to become that champion, remember the old saying, don't poke the bear if you're not willing to put them down? It's pretty much the same philosophy or the same saying. So we will find out what that is going to be transpiring like. Excuse me for a second. Excuse me. Now let's talk about some indie independent wrestling. we have Level Up Pro that no, what a Level Up Pro I meant. It was Versus Pro, which is in Las Vegas, Nevada. To my good friend, Bovey and Chris Nasty, known as Better Off Dead, was a tag team. They retained the Virtus Pro Tag Team Champion this weekend. So Bobby's been collecting belts for the last couple of weeks. He reclaimed his participation champion, retained the Virtus Tag Team Champion. What belt is next for him? Are we going to be seeing a title belt coming to World Greatest Wrestling soon or what? Who knows? And if you guys haven't checked out World Greatest Wrestling on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, what are you missing out on? Everything, if you have not subscribed to them. You can watch the last 3 events on their page right now for absolutely free. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, for a quick second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hoping everyone's having a good morning, or it's barely waking up, getting ready for the busy day. Now, we just talked about Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, WrestleMania, the independent wrestling. Now let's talk about Valley Wrestling Connection. We have a brand new school in Whittemore, California. If you guys are interested in becoming a referee, a wrestler, this is the place to be. You guys can go to ValleyWrestlingConnection.com, fill out your little application to join the school, and you guys can start your wrestling journey. I signed up, and besides, I do work for Valley Wrestling Connection as a ring crew member / security. And you get to meet wonderful legends such as Gangrel. We had ET3, we had Michael Man, we had Huvuda Carrera, we had Tarleton Terrell, known as TNT, the son of Devon Dudley. We had Enzo come to our shows. We had, who else do we have? The ring announcer, the announcer from the Lake Elsinore Storm. The list going on. You never know what guests we might bring in. And also, I forgot the most party bro of them all. Matt freaking Riddle had made appearance at Valley Wrestling Connection. So stay tuned for our next event coming up, our next show. We have partnered up with Primal Rage Wrestling, which is based out of San Diego, California. So you could also watch Valley Wrestling Connection on SoCal TV, on YouTube. The same thing with Primal Rage, where you can watch them on YouTube as well. But make sure you guys give them a thumbs up so they know you like what they are putting out. So, what is the plan for goal this week? Well, we have a benefit show to raise money for autism awareness, which is hosted by Pro Wrestling Odyssey. And what's cool about the event? It's completely free. So if you know somebody with autism or not, come down and support. Throw a couple bucks in. Donate. Help let us raise awareness. At one point in my career, actually before I even became a wrestler, when I was about 6 or 7 years old, I had signs of being autistic. But I was able to overcome it. It wasn't an easy road. I had a lot of therapy to do, speech impediment, counseling, etc., and a lot of appointments. Then I had friends that have autism. And I became a supporter, such as the voice for those that cannot really speak for themselves. I have worked with people in the Special Olympics that had autism. So if you guys are free this weekend, come down to Pro Wrestling Odyssey in Valencia, which is just outside of Los Angeles, California. And come down and watch some great talent put on a show. Do some art and craft. Take a ride on some of the rides that they're going to have. There's going to be so much activity going on. Then there's House of Lucia. That's doing a free show in Santa Ana, California. And we've seen what happened at House of Lucia. You never know what curveball is going to happen. We might see somebody jump off of a building onto a group of wrestlers again. We might see somebody roll in a lowrider once again. You never know what's going to happen at House of Lucia. You don't know what kind of double crossing you're going to have, what type of shenanigan. But if you guys are in Santa Ana, California, come down to House of Lucia, watch some wrestling, eat some great food, have a couple good little beers, and watch them wrestling. And what's cool about this wrestling event, it's free. And if you guys can't go to that one, go to Dream Slam. That'll be taking place in Long Beach, California. Will they be representing the theme Star Wars? May the Force be with you. It's one of their events they do every single year. And if you guys are a big Star Wars fan, come down and cosplay a Star Wars character. Because you might win something. Tickets are on sale for that right now at DreamSlamWrestling.com. You can find them on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram for all that information. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a great day. I'm going to be getting ready to head out for training. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of Go Talk Live.